Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Jensen, and I'm here again today with Renee Varnadore. Renee and I have been friends, online friends, for a couple of years now. We've never met in person. And she is going to be hosting a series or actually a sequence of 3 days next week about leading a soul-led life. And so we wanted to have another quick discussion about that in preparation for next week. So thank you, Renee, and welcome.
Thank you, Brenda, for having me. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So right before we came on, Renee and I were talking about, so I'm in Canada, and inflation here has really been rising lately. And Renee is an American who's living in Mexico now. And so we were talking about the state of the different countries and how people are in a bit of, or how easy it is to go into overwhelm at the thought of rising costs, all of those things. And Renee took me into a guided meditation, which is one of the things that she's going to be doing in her webinars next week. So I've asked Renee to lead us all right now in a little bit of a grounding meditation in case there's anybody that's watching that could be in a similar state where, feeling a bit of overwhelm with what's happening in the world today for a variety of reasons. So whenever you are ready, Renee, I'm ready to go.
Okay, there we go. So as we ground, we want to have our feet on the floor. So if you're sitting down, just have your feet on the floor. If you're in a cross-leg position, you are seated on the floor, so that's good. What we want to do is we want to feel the ground beneath our feet.
Okay.
We want to feel the sense of the bottom of our feet opening to receive the nourishing energy from the earth. So we're bringing energy from the earth up into our feet, up our legs, up our hips. And then we're focusing on the root chakra at the very, very root of our sitting bones, because this area, this root chakra, our red root chakra, is the one that is our survival. It's our survival chakra. And what we do is when we hear things, when we find out, oh, this went up, that went up, this is going up. Oh, I went to the grocery store. Oh, look at the gas pump. So my root chakra, our root chakras can go into survival mode, be easy. So we're sending healing red energy to our root chakra, and then we are reminding ourselves of the actual truth, which says that we are standing in abundance. And if we remember that spiritual truth on the spiritual level, then we can open our palms again and open to receive that which is ours to hold. We can open for unexpected income to come to us. We can open for income and money to come to us in different ways. We can open to the love that we are and the love that other people are. We can open to an expansion in our love volume, which is something we're going to be doing a lot of in the 3 days. We can be in an abundance of wisdom where we can know these kinds of things, that on a spiritual level, we are taken care of, that we are standing in abundance, that we are opening to receive all the things in new ways coming in, so that our focus switches to what we are receiving instead of what changes are leaving us, what is being released, what is going away from us. So we are opening to receive that which is ours, our birthright. And know that we are standing in abundance, as if golden coins were raining down, and we had open hands to receive those golden coins coming in unexpected ways. And we say thank you to the divine universe, knowing that we are held, knowing that we are always standing in abundance. Enjoy this feeling of this knowing, and slowly, slowly open your eyes and come back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Um, and that really is, in one way for me anyway, the perfect segue into talking about your Facebook event next week, not, yeah, Facebook event next week, um, about people who want to lead a soul-led life. And these guided meditations, I wanted to talk about them a bit because I know you often do them during many of the things that I've attended of yours. And so just invite you to share something about, the Facebook event, maybe what the structure of the days is going to look like. Whatever you feel drawn to share right now, please feel free to do so.
Yes. So the first day um, is helping us move into more of the love that we are. And so if we're leading our life on a soul level, the first thing we have to do is open to the love in the heart. And what happens a lot is we have self-judgment or judgment of other people. And it's we work through that, and we're going to do a meditation kind of similar to the one we did, except to be focused on love, focusing on the heart center, focusing to go all the way inside the broken open hearts that we have, that give us not only love but also our wisdom. And the second day, we're going to be working with comparisons to other people, comparisons to other, cultures and countries and political views and all this other stuff. And sometimes people feel like they're too much, or sometimes people feel like they're not enough. And it's just a symptom of being in this sense of separation, this sense of ego that a lot of us are just, it's the culture around us. And when we live a soul-led life, we can actually go into the core of our being and know the actual truth is that we are all unique with unique gifts, and we're here to give those gifts, and we're here to give those energies and just show up how we are, not show up how we think somebody else needs us to be, but coming from our actual self. And then this third day, a lot of times we look outside of ourselves, especially in Western culture. We think, oh, just take a pill and it'll all be better, or I'll just have this best house or this better car or whatever. And what is actually, a lot of us are go into cravings. Like I went into a lot of years of alcohol abuse, and then you come out of alcohol abuse, and then you still are cravings for sugar or coffee or whatever. So you have to realize what the root cause of those cravings are, and we all have cravings in some way, and then be able to find and fill and receive within our own being that which we truly truly need. So when you live a soul-led life, you're eating healthier, your body's a temple, you're not comparing yourself to other people, you're know your own essence, and you're able to open and love. So that's why I think it's important, especially now when people are like looking around and going, what's going on? What's going on is that we're in this huge time of change and transformation. So it's actually easier for us to move into living a soul-led life, no matter what's going on in the outer world. We know that that's not the only truth. That's just, oh, okay, prices went up in the grocery store. Okay, well, it's a good thing more money's coming in.
Yeah. And
So
I think, for myself and my own energy practice and my own, awareness of what's going on in the world, energetically, things are moving so much quicker. And so I totally get where you're coming from about that it's easier to transform now. I think what many of us are experiencing though is that it feels more chaotic or more traumatic because everything is going so much quicker. So, having people like you out there who can guide us and lead us, into allowing that transformation to happen with more ease. I think, the world so needs this. And the other thing that struck me as you were talking was about the cravings, because I'm a sugar craving, I'm an emotional eater still, even after everything I've learned and all the, changes I've made in my own life. I still have things that need working on. And that's one of those things, because I've always believed that as I healed emotionally, that need, for sugar to have that sweetness, that artificial sweetness in my life would go away as I figured out how to live my life in the way that I was meant, to live it. So I'm quite, looking forward to that as well, because this has nothing to do with, eat this food or drink this drink or whatever. It's about, if I understand you correctly anyway, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's about allowing who we are to really lead the way. And then we don't need all of those artificial things like alcohol, like nicotine, like sugar, like all the things that we use to medicate, sedate, ourselves, through life. So does that capture what you were talking about?
Right. It's because our addictions are like helping us survive through life. Well, that's a Band-Aid, and the Band-Aid's been ripped off. So what do we got left? We go within, and just knowing how to do that. And so in 3 days, you're going to get a little piece of what can happen as far as a small taste of a transformation that's possible. And then there's I have a 9-month offering where we really go deep into the root causes of all those things. But if you come to the 3 days, you'll hear about that. And if you don't want to hear about that, well, just come to 3 days and get something, get a little golden nugget on each of those levels, do a little tiny meditation. And if you are intrigued and you want more, then you can just talk to me about it. I have time to talk to people.
Right.
The thing that I didn't mention on our last video, Brenda, was that I'm putting together a handout for the 3 days, and I'm going to be emailing that link out to my email subscribers. So I know some people joined my Facebook group, which where this is happening, which is Soul Portal Journey Sisterhood, and that's in the link below. But also, send me an email, and I'll make sure that you get on the list to receive the replays if you can't make it. They're 10, 11, 12 the 10th and 11th and 12th. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week at noon Pacific time. And if you can't make those, make sure you're on my email list or in my Facebook group, because you will get the replays of those, and you'll get the handout. I'll have the handout ready by Friday.
Right. So I've just made myself a note so that I remember to do that, because I don't think the last post that I did, I don't think I put in the link to your Facebook group. So I will make sure to include this one. And did you want me to include your email link as well, just so they can email you directly? Okay, so I will do that on this posting as well. So again, Renee's Facebook group is Soul Portal Journey Sisterhood. The program is about the Facebook event next week is about leading a soul-led life. And those dates are October 10, 11, and 12, noon Pacific, 1 Mountain, 2 Central, and 3 Eastern. And any other time zones, I'm sorry, you'll need to figure that out. Anything else that you wanted to touch on or mention today? There's a handout going to be going out by email ahead of the event next week. And there is a 9-month program coming up for anybody who's interested in doing a deeper dive.
Right.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to share today?
So I'm just looking forward. It's going to be, the 9-month program is going to be a nice number of people. There's just going to be like 9 people in the group. So it'll be really intimate as we go through and we work through and really embody and really go into this deep transformation. So if you're up for a deep transformation, make sure you listen on the 3rd day, because you're going to hear more about it, and then you can always, if you have questions, you'll be invited to talk to me about it some more.
Okay. And how long will those, the 3 days, the videos be up in your Facebook group?
Yeah, so they're going to be up through the weekend. So they're going to be up for the 3 days, and then they'll be up on Thursday. And then I think I'm going to have a question and answer on Thursday.
Okay.
For people that are like, okay, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. And I don't want to have a special, half hour with you. So I'm just going to, show up for the Q&A. So I'm going to have a Q&A for people that that want to do that. So,
And there is a possibility for those that want to talk to you a bit about the program, one conversation if they choose, just to see if it's a good fit on both sides. Is that correct?
that's correct. That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Well, that sounds like we have covered a lot of ground in a short period of time today. And I look forward to seeing you and helping you with that event next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I certainly will be at all 3 days. And for anybody who even is thinking about it, it doesn't matter whether you're just starting down your spiritual path and are interested in finding out, what that might look like, or if you're already on the path and want to do a bit of a deeper dive. I can certainly attest to the fact that Renee is hugely transformational. Has been in my life. So I would certainly recommend it for anyone who's, wanting to find out more. Okay, well, that is all for me for today.
Thank you.
Anything else, Renee?
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And bye for now.
Bye-bye.